What do we know about braised beef? It's something that exists in multiple cultures around the world, and it's been around for so many years. My name is Fritz, and welcome to my kitchen. We're gonna make my version of braised beef. Okay, so first things first, a nice piece of chuck, a nice piece of beef. You can use whatever beef gut you want, but ideally something that's braisable, something non-expensive. That's what they're for. So let's start by cutting the beef in small pieces. The bigger the pieces, the longer it takes to actually braise. So once we're done cutting the meat, okay, we're gonna put it aside. We're gonna heat up our pan with some olive oil. You don't need to use a very expensive olive oil for that. We're just searing some meat. Once it starts to heat up, we're gonna add the meat. You wanna hear that sear. You wanna give it some color. The whole point of this is to give it some color. Remember, color is flavor. So once the beef is added and it's searing, you don't wanna over stir it. It's gonna release the greases. We're gonna wait to salt and pepper at this. Make sure it's being colored in all sides. We're gonna add salt and pepper. Vous allez avoir faim parce que we're So while this is browning, we're gonna cut our vegetables. I'm gonna start with a little onion, mid-sized onion. Actually, you can use whatever vegetables you want. If you want to do eggplants and zucchini and whatnot, you can put whatever you want. We're going to give it a little rough chop. Now, I can already tell, for those who are going to say, oh my God, he didn't peel his carrots. You don't need to peel your carrots if they're nice and fresh. These are local and based in Montreal. So these are local carrots. All the good stuff in the peel. So why would you want to throw it away? You don't need to throw it away. It's so good, but the onion, yes. You do want to peel the onions, but in very few cases, you don't have to. So that's another deal, but another is. And our little celery. So Alex, if you want to do a close-up quick, you're gonna see while we're browning our meat, it's actually sticking on the bottom of the pan. You have some brownness going on. This is flavor. This is what you want. If you skip that step, it's gonna be dull. It's gonna be tasteless. This is all your flavor. So once you get there and your meat has a nice color, we're gonna add the vegetables. Beautiful. You can already tell it's gonna be amazing with all those colors, those different textures. You can't ask for more than that. You can't ask for better than that. Come on. This is very classic. Again, you can add any ingredient you want in there. I'm gonna use thyme, but you can use rosemary. You can use any hard herbs if you want. And at the very end, Haitians, they're gonna use like this specific paste that they have, that they do based with garlic and onions and habanero, and you can add it in there. It's the French, you're just gonna keep it classic with a little bit of thyme and bay leaf. Us Canadian, we keep it simple also, but me, I'm gonna have a little twist on mine, and you're gonna see it's gonna be amazing. They're gonna be like, what the fuck, Fritz? What the fuck are you doing? It's gonna be good. Trust the process. So at this point, I added the vegetables, red wine. You don't need to go for that crazy fucking $20 bottle. Just take that cheap bottle. $20, $10, $12. It's fine. It's good. It's fine. It's amazing. It is a $10 bottle. What the fuck? But it's gonna be good. I can tell you. It's gonna be good. So we need glaze. So now you wanna go on the bottom of the pan, and all those bits and pieces, it's gonna come off. The French chef term is déglacé. We just crop the bottom, taking out all the beautiful flavors. Let's add some thyme. At this step, you can add, if you want, some tomato paste, which I will add. Not too much. You don't want it tomato, but it's gonna give it this nice umami flavor. You know what umami is? had to research it. It's the balance of all flavors and goodness in your mouth that makes it wow. That's your wow factor. At this point, we're gonna add some water. If you have chicken stock, you can add chicken stock also. Yeah, I'm adding water because I made my own beef stock. And boom, we just made ourselves some beef broth, and that's gonna be so good. This is the step where Fritzy becomes a little bit crazy, a little bit wild with the flavors, and that's just classic me. We're gonna add a little tablespoon of cocoa powder. Okay, 2 tablespoons of cocoa. It's gonna give it that je ne sais quoi. Maple syrup, we're in Montreal, we're in Quebec, come on. We gotta be using maple syrup whenever we can. So we add a touch of maple in there.
Wow!
Again, sky's the limit with recipes. You could add coffee beans, you could add slice of orange in there, make it your own. You know, you can add ginger in there. It would go very well with all of this. So once this finishes boiling, I'm gonna put it up and cover it and put it in the oven at 350 for an hour and a half. At this point, you can tell if your pot is boiling, so it's cooking away. So at this point, you want to put it in your pan, or in this, if you have a cover, put it in the oven, 350. It's going to take about an hour and a half. I'm going to add a little touch of garlic. I like to put my garlic towards this step because I like to take it out. So right after putting the garlic, we're gonna add our baby potatoes. If you have regular potatoes, just cut them in bite size. This is my little trick. When you put a braised something in the oven, you want to use a little bit of parchment paper on top. It helps it to retain its moisture in the liquid inside so it doesn't dry up in the oven. That can happen and you don't want that. And then I put a little aluminum foil. I like to have a double layer of aluminum foil. Why, you ask? I don't know, but I like it. So at this point, I'm gonna do a little cleanup and we'll see you in 1 hour and a half. All right, so we did a little cleanup now. We're gonna go back to our beef. It's been about 1 hour and a half to 2 hours. If you could smell what I'm smelling right now, it's so good. You can tell it's gonna be amazing. Now, what I'm gonna do quickly, because we didn't use flours. We can use flour to thicken it. I didn't use flour. I don't really like to thicken things with flour or cornstarch. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pour it back in our pan and let it reduce. Let me take a spoon. Let me organize myself so we can do this properly, not make a mess. You wanna use the back of your spoon so it doesn't sploosh everywhere. Turn your oven on and let it boil and simmer and reduce until the preferred consistency. Meanwhile, I'm going to quickly chop some parsley to add in there. And then once it's produced, you serve it with a nice little mashed potato or a nice piece of bread, a baguette. Slide it in half, toast it, butter it up, and it's just so homey. It's comforting. During the winter time, it's summer right now, but hey, who's judging? Don't judge. All right, so this is nicely reduced now. We're gonna finish it with a little touch of parsley for some freshness. So you can kind of hear the sauce. You can kind of tell with the sound that it's perfectly reduced. Wow, 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 wow. Time to taste. You can see the beautiful color that cocoa powder did. Chocolatey aspect. It's time for what we've been waiting for.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone?
Let's taste this. This is so good. The chocolate, the maple, so tender, so juicy, so rich, so good. This is a beautiful meal to share with people. Take a little carrot. And the braised beef at one. Are you hungry now?